Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thanks for coming back and watching another one of my progress report videos. I hope you have a great day. I want to take the time right now to shout out to all the viewers, everybody who's been watching my videos. Shout out to all of the people who developed the assets in this game, Enhanced Studios, to the dynamic combat system. You're going to see a lot of dynamic combat system references here. So if you guys ever have a chance, make sure you go look it up. I'll put it in the links below. So I want to take the time to ask you guys for your support. If you guys can, just for $5 a month, go and support me at Patreon right here. You can see my link. Support me on Patreon for $5 and you're going to get access to the latest builds of this game once I start making builds of this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a wonderful day. Thanks. Without further ado, here's the video. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so is the volume all the way up on there? Hope so. I hope you guys could hear it. So I got some pretty awesome stuff here. First off, as you can see, I'm equipping items and stuff. I finally got the system to work, at least for the combat. Got weapons, armor. Don't have any armor yet, but I do have weapons working. I'm able to make weapons. I'm able to create shields. I'm able to create staves and bows to give to the player. As you can see, the combat is looking pretty nice. I was able to get 2 enemies to a likable stage. There are certain animations that I want to eventually implement, which would be like just little in-betweens to make the assets flow a little bit more. But for the most part, it's coming out so cool, guys. You don't understand. Oh, I've been wanting to post this video for the past 3 days. I think it's been like 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks since my last video. No, probably less time, but it's been a while for sure. It's been a while. At least for how fast I had been moving at the time. So here you can see that I actually made this this staff shoot a fireball. And that was one thing that I really wanted for my combat, was to have some weapons be able to throw spells instead of just relying on casting them yourself. So kind of giving conduits, and it becomes a spell. That spell then has a weapon on it, and it's able to play the animation and shoot out a spell. Here you're seeing me use the sword as another way of shooting a spell out. It has a shock wave, blows that guy back. Man, I'll tell you, once I figured out, once all the animations came looking out pretty good, once the combat was going on, once everything starting to come together, I'm able to call it gameplay now and combat, you know? And it makes me feel so good that I got to this point. Here we're going to switch, we were in a sunny level earlier where I had just the sun on. I didn't have the weather on. So now I turned on the weather and it's snowing now, it looks like. And man, like it's starting to become a game and I really like it. I really want to add so much more to this. I want to add in a quest system, a couple of other systems, some fishing, and other things. If you guys go and support me on my Patreon, the higher level you are, the more input you're gonna have in the game. So I think at tier 3, I actually allow you to help me come up with a weapon that you might want to design, and I'll put it into the game. At another tier, I'll put you as an NPC into the game, and so on and so forth. I think at some point I might even have a few people who can give me ideas on what kind of systems to implement into the game. I do want to have fishing. I want to have farming. I want to have a building system. These are all systems I already have. I just have not implemented them into the game, but I am going to. I'm going to have a building system, a farming system, crafting for sure, a couple other things. So the combat's coming along pretty nicely. They're walking around, they're patrolling. Here comes the mage fight. You get a better look at it. This actually feels like a small boss fight. It's kind of crazy how it turned out once I finished. So you'll notice that the mage, or the mushroom wizard there in the back, the one shooting the spells, he actually summons these little dudes, and these little guys will come and attack you with little mushroom spears. It's pretty cool. These assets that you're seeing, the enemies, are from Nhance Studios, Stylized Mushroom Minion. I thought it was a great addition to the game. They have a backstory for me in terms of the game, something I don't want to reveal yet, but I will in the future. Other things that I'm going to be working on soon are maybe a cinematic and a starting screen. I wanted to get all of the core gameplay down to a point where I can do it repetitively, so I know what I'm doing. And I think this past week I actually achieved that. And it's been pretty awesome. Once this started working out, it was just pretty great. I love how the weather system starts coming along and makes it all snowy, and then the ice is or the snow is on top of the tree line there. I'm able to hack and slash these guys out of here. The minions, they aren't that they aren't that difficult to kill. However, the mage can, or the wizard can, summon quite a few of them at a time, and they really work against you. Even though they're not doing much damage to you, they will definitely interrupt your spell casting. If you didn't see it during the combat, then hopefully it comes up again. But the minions, the smaller ones, the red guys, they're not that hard to kill. I'm trying to go for the combat style of Dark Souls, but just not as hard, you know, something that you can enjoy with a nice storyline, open world area. Here we go, killing some more of these mushroom warriors, mushroom summon warriors. Those ones again are easier. This green one's a little bit more difficult. It does a little more damage is all. And yeah, I'm planning on filling in those little strafing animations to make it look more fluid. That's probably gonna come in the next progress video. But yeah, so far the combat is looking good. The frames are all right. They're not the best, but they're all right. And so far I've had a lot of fun working on this. Once, you know, now that I have blueprints of each thing, now I can start making other enemies to put into the world. I wanted to make sure I had a mage or a spellcaster, a warrior, and next I'm gonna have an archer. Once I have an archer, all the blueprint done for the archer, then I'll make another set of enemies. I'm thinking skeletons, skeleton warrior, skeleton archer, skeletal mage, and any other types of threes that I could find for now. And then I'm definitely gonna have a boss pretty soon. I'm not sure what kind. I'm thinking dragon. I'm thinking an ogre. Let me know in the comments. Maybe an ogre. I have cyclopses. I'm definitely gonna be adding in some bears pretty soon, because this whole area next to the kingdom is supposed to only be forest animals until you get further down. It's supposed to be more like not so magical. Once you get further into the world, you start noticing things where there'll be more different types of mythical creatures, you know. There's a backstory to that too, but again, I can't tell you. That backstory comes from my fiance, Rosa Franks. Her author name is Artemis. She's gonna be producing her own graphic novel soon. I hope that when I start leaving links for it, that you guys go and support her too. And this game is based off of her story. So, I mean, as you can see right now, I'm changing my weapons around. I've been using the bow a little bit here and there. See, that's where those minions come into play. Once you start trying to heal yourself, the minions will interrupt your spell casting, and I thought that was just a really cool effect there. now they're starting to pile up, you know, and it's getting a little harder to get closer and closer to that mage, you know. And I can't wait to have something like this for like a necromancer, you know, has summoning skeletons and stuff like that. I think it's just gonna be pretty awesome. But see how they're not that difficult to kill. You know, there's a lot of them, but you can use just this cyclone attack, or maybe have some other kind of attacks that I'm planning on doing. Also, support me on Patreon. Maybe I'll make that a thing too. We could come up to spells together. Come up with spells together. The texture on the ground, I just like it. I like it. I know it looks mostly white, but at some point when I'm stepping through there, it feels like I can actually see footsteps. I don't know if it's just the lighting or what it could be. And the mage goes down. I'm here hacking away at the final minions. I think what I am gonna do for these is when the summoner dies, the minions die off too. I think that would make more sense. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll take your guys' comments to heart. And so yeah, that's most of the combat there. With the characters that I have so far, which is just about 3 different ones based on the same characters, and they have different looks too, so I'll throw some of those in there. I'm gonna be referring to these as toadstools. That's what they are. They're the toadstool people of Artesia. And so yeah, they're coming along pretty nicely. They're doing their job of being enemies in the game, and I like it. If you notice, sometimes as I'm facing another enemy, then the ones behind me will attack me. So that logic that they put into that he put into the dynamic combat system is really interesting. It's not that, you know, not that, I don't know how to say it. It's not that advanced, but it's enough for me to like it. And I hope for all of you guys to like it. So yeah, now basically it's gonna be, in a sense, copy and paste, creating new enemies, creating new weapons and armor and things like that. I'm definitely gonna put a list up somewhere of like assets that I want to buy, that'll be going into the implementation. I'll put an asset of that on my Patreon, for my subscribers on there. That way you can see what I'm working on as I go along. And hopefully things will be really good. If maybe there's an asset that you guys like enough, maybe we'll vote on it. You guys like it enough, and I will put it into the game. We can't go too far out, you know, as you can see right now, like it's starting to lag. I would like it for a lot of people to be able to play it, but hey, if it has to be on PlayStation or be on a high-end gaming computer, then that's what it has to be, you know. So far, I think it's turning into something that I'm able to envision a bigger picture for, and it's been a while since I've been able to do that with any project that I have worked on recently. Aside from my current another project that I'm working on with a studio called Forge Hammer Entertainment. We are really pushing forward to bring a great game there too. So that looks like it's the end of the video. I'll go ahead and rewind it for now. But yeah, so a lot of good things that are happening here. I appreciate all the views. Please support me on Patreon. Subscribe, find me on TikTok, hit me up, you know, like video, comment any of the questions I asked you, comment those questions. I'd love your feedback. Please give me some feedback, and we'll see what else we can do. Thank you so much for all the support. I hope you guys enjoyed this combat video, and I'll have some more for you in the near future. I'm gonna have some new characters, some new weapons, new armor. We'll see what else we can come up with in the next few days. So thank you everyone for supporting me. I appreciate all you. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves and stay safe.